I'll just start. Yeah. Hello, folks. Welcome to Stout Sunday, and we ought to call it Porter Sunday at this point. I'm in Louisiana, and Michael Komarov is in Brooklyn, New York City, New York. So Louisiana, New York connection. And we're going to show y'all what we have, and I'm going to put it on the banner. So let me go to banners, and I'm going to have to edit. Whoops, that's the old banner. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to just type this in. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've done this before on the show. It was months ago, and it's called CPB, and that means chocolate peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter. All right, and it's from a company called Lupulin Brewing, and they're in Minnesota. Big Lake, Minnesota. And the good thing about this is on the label, they give you the specs, the IBUs, the alcohol level, the SRM, which is the darkness to lightness level. It's an adhesive paper label, so it's taped on there. And then they're trying to make the label look like peanut butter cups. See? So, and Matherns, for whatever reason, had these. They normally about $4.99, but they had these cans on sale for 99 cents. Now, I'm pretty sure, Michael, if you saw that price, you'd have bought all the cans you saw as well.
I would have bought every single one.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so this beer is out of Comstock, Michigan, made by Bell's Brewing. And Comstock is I guess a suburb of Kalamazoo, surrounding area of Kalamazoo, Michigan. And this is what they call a robust porter at 5.6%. They're recommending on the back of this that you only keep it for 6 months. This is 7 months old. I think I can risk it. I think it'll be fine.
Do they give an IBU, perhaps?
They do not.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it is. It's interesting, though. This was out of a mystery pack out of the food co-op. So I guess what happens in the co-op when stuff does sit around and it gets close to the date, they decide that that's a good time to unload it. And these end up costing like 85 cents a beer. So it's about half price of what it would normally sell for. And like I said, it was just a month past the date. It was brewed on the 27th of October. Then we're now the 30th of May. So it's a month past this time. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not even concerned. It's a porter, and it will not start degrading that fast. These ages are certainly not an exact science anyway, at least the way I read them. So that's it. But I've had it before, and so this is a revisit. And we'll see how it goes. It's never been the best porter, but it's always been a decent porter, anyway, in my recollection.
Yeah, it's my recollection. It has strange off flavor.
Well, we'll see if that's there again. Right. I think it's possible I've tasted it before sometimes and not always. We'll see what I get.
And the off flavor I noticed had nothing to do with the age of the beer. It was just something in the product itself, whether it was young or old. Here is a screen share from Lupulin. Layers of, you see this?
Yeah.
Layers of decadent chocolate and peanut butter built into a rich oatmeal porter make this beer impossible to have just one. We're not sorry. Okay, and then they have Java Ties Coffee Stout. Love to try it. Had never seen it. Well, and then they've got and this is in Big Lake, Minnesota, probably about 40 miles northwest of Minneapolis. So you know that area yourself.
Yes, I do. I went to school there.
Yep. University of Minnesota. Hui Hazy IPA, Blissful Ignorance Double IPA, Fashion Mullet IPA. These are the year-round. Let me just look real fast, see what their seasonals are, just for curiosity's sake. If it'll work. StreamYard slows things down so bad. Okay, Apricot Blonde. I can live without that one, I guess. Okay, Stash Hash American DIPA 7.7. Yeah, I'd definitely try that.
Spudfest.
I don't know how it would taste with pure lupus. Spudfest Cream Ale.
I wonder if that has potato in it. Does it say anything about potato?
Wheat, corn, and 50 pounds of local Big Lake Spud. So it does use red potatoes. Well,
that might be an interesting one to check out.
It really would be. It may not be good, but it'd be interesting. Look at this, 8.18% Euro Hazy.
That's pretty high for a double IPA. I mean, there are some in the 8% area, though.
Polar Nathan's Paradis Polar Nathan's Paradis Imperial Coffee Stout. Look at that, 10%. Oh, yeah. I'm going to look out
for some action going.
I saw this one. I think I have to go back and do some more shopping. 9%. Boy, they got a lot of. You could do Stout Sunday with these guys for about 2 months. Looks like.
I guess you wonder, Jay, how limited the seasonal ones are. If they're only out for a couple of months at a time. The year-round stuff, you should be able to get all the time, but you wonder if the seasonal ones are limited. So when you see them, you'd pick them up.
Yeah, you need to. And they have interesting artwork on their labels. And we were all surprised that these just suddenly showed up in Louisiana. Just, how we get things that nobody else seems to get, but then think that everybody else is.
Well, since you work in Methurns, could you ask them to look for some of these seasonal things if they come up on their, on their landscape and they see them? Obviously they're not going to bring in a lot, but could they buy, just to check out to see if the market would like more of the stuff from Lupulin? I don't know if you could or not. These could be just stuff that they get from a distributor that they have, and mostly they're more popular things they sell, I guess.
Well, boy, you got some great beers listed. No, I think it's mainly just a situation where whatever the distributor tells them to get, they'll just get it. You know what I mean? Like they don't usually really ask for anything like, oh, we want this specific product, because it's a town. When you're only in a town of like 29,000 people, you can't really get too intricate, because then you'll be stuck with a bunch of expensive things on the shelf, and all your cash is in inventory that it's not moving. So
right, and then you'll end up selling it for 99 cents.
Right. So they're probably not too. Now, if it was a store in New Orleans where you've got 1 million people in the metro area, then it's a lot less risk of things just sitting there. Although there's still a risk. Now, this thing is filled to the brim. I'm telling you, I went to open it and it just splashed. This company has a fault, and it's that they overfill their cans. In other words, they actually fill it too high.
Do you notice when you open it that there's a lot of carbonation, or is it just...
No, it's just that they filled it to the very top of the can, so when the tab goes in, it makes it splash out. It's got nowhere else to go. Let me rinse my hand real fast. And then
okay, no problem.
Curious to see how many people are going to use compressed air today. He decided to start cleaning his boat with a... Okay, now, and then I'm going to do this. I'm not going to go long. I'm going to do the comments. Don't worry, y'all.
Looks like a nice beer in the glass.
Yeah, thick beige head. Soapy more than spongy. Brown, dark brown, but not black, just dark brown. If I put the light on it, it would be lighter, but then it would put so much glare in this room that it look at my face, you see. But you might get a better picture of it. I don't have the most high def camera, but it does work, and I'm not going to replace the camera until it's broken. And one day it'll break. I guess. I've had it for about 10 years now. Around 10 years, and thing's still going strong. Okay. Cheers to the aroma first. Oh. Let me read the disclosure real quick. The actual description of what it is: a chocolate peanut butter porter ale with natural flavors added. So it's not artificial peanut butter flavor or artificial chocolate. It's natural, which is a good thing, I think. Salty peanut butter. It smells like that. And chocolate. Well, it smells like a Reese's peanut butter cup, and you know that's what they're going for with that color scheme and everything. Of course, they can't say it. Chocolate peanut butter cup. There is an underlying beer flavor, though. There's water. You're getting tap water, which is made with probably Mississippi River water. And you're getting the chocolate and the peanut butter. But you know how these flavored beers go. You'll get an initial rush of it. Then it dies away, and then you just have a standard porter flavor. You very seldom get a flavored beer that'll keep the flavor throughout. Banana bread beer from Eagle, used to be Wells and Young. It'll have that rush of banana flavor, and it subsides. The Young's double chocolate stout, same thing. I almost grabbed that one yesterday for today's video, but I passed. But I can always easily get it when I go into New Orleans. So light body as a porter has, dry finish, easy going. It's not overly sweet in the flavor, to tell you the truth. So it's a pretty dry beer. It's not super dry like one we had the other day, my friend David and I. But yeah, now I'm going to do a screen share again, Michael, because I want to show you something. Don't worry, y'all. We're going to update those comments. I'm just trying to process through this because it's interesting. Well, to me at least. Okay, so when you look at the website for Bell's, they got porter listed, right? Okay.
Yep.
.6, 6-month shelf life, coffee, mid, chocolate, mild coffee, and roasted flavors. 183 calories. So if you're on a diet, you're going to wreck your diet. And then they're showing this looks like a paint sampler at the paint store, right?
It's kind of a nondescript bottle, the way I describe it. But I mean, each company has to decide what they want to do about their the way they design their cans and bottles. This one to me is kind of nondescript, but I guess that's the image Bell is portraying in this product. That's
but I think I'm describing it. I am describing it. I'm saying it looks like one of those paint.
That's exactly what it looks like the different shades of brown. You
go to the paint store and you say, let's look at brown, and then you try to.
That's exactly what it is.
But like you're saying, it is kind of an unusual design. Yeah. You got some echo.
You want me to mute mine? I can mute it.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
So
it says, why don't we list IBUs? 12-ounce bottles, draft. But then and they're showing the non-glass. But when you click this, they explain you how the number that they give doesn't always match the experience. Well, okay, that's true. But so you got, for years, I thought they didn't list the IBUs, but I didn't realize you had to click that.
Okay. When I looked, I didn't notice that either. So now I know when I'm on Bell's, I can do that to get to the bottom and find out it has 33 IBUs. Are you ready for me to go?
Yes.
Okay. At the point, you're going to start sending the different comments, but since I'm reading one, I'm going to say it. When you had your problem with your overpour, Kevin Johnston says, like those 32-ounce cans, try pouring those without spilling. And what he's talking about is these crowlers they're selling now in these 32-ounce cans. And he's exactly right. The very top, when you pull the tab, they're overfilled, and you get the same experience that you had. And it's kind of, sad because you end up wasting a couple of ounces of beer at the top because it just like sprays out. It's weird, but that's life. Anyway, let's get back to this. As Jay was saying, you have your design with the different brown colors, and it's a porter 0.6 with 33 IBUs. And I'm going to open it and pour it. And we'll try not to have an enormous amount of head, which I don't think you'd have with something like this anyway, but I'm getting a nice head here. I won't even try to fill the whole thing up. In the glass, very dark brown with a beige, spongy head. Looks like a nice looking beer from the ongoing. Let's see. Dark roasted malt. There's no off smell, so that's a good beginning sign. What else am I getting? Maybe some mild chocolate in the background. Maybe some mild coffee as well. But mostly dark roasted malts and kind of like a clean kind of smell. Now, let's see what the taste is like. Like I said, I've had this multiple times before. I hope it's as good as in the past.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jay. Well, I get the idea of what you're saying about the off taste, but it's interesting because I'm getting it a little bit, but it's hard to describe what it is.
Yeah, I can never pin it down.
It's almost like it's not bitterness, because I thought that, and I think so. I've had this before, and I had maybe gotten this off taste before. I thought it might be, bitters, but it's not bitterness.
It's almost like you can't describe it, but it's there.
And it's not the dark roasted malts. I'm not sure what it is, but I guess I'll just describe the rest of the tasting experience. You're getting the dark roasted malts. You're getting a little bit of the background coffee and chocolate, and it's like a baker's chocolate more than a sweet chocolate. It's a bitter kind of chocolate. The 33 IBUs, it's not super bitter. It's just kind of like a mild, bitterness that you're getting. It's easy drinking at 5.6%. I'm going to have to decide when I do my rating how much I'm going to take off of the off taste, because it is definitely here. It's funny, I've had off taste in some other Bell's beers as well. So
yeah, like
it might be something with their brewing technique that causes the off taste. I'm not sure. It does look like a good beer, though. The head keeps regenerating, and you have that nice lacing on the side. So it looks like a quality beer, and it's good. Now, I've never found this to be as good as the Founders Porter.
No, and you see, Bell's was pretty prominent in Louisiana, but then it's like they just faded away, and you barely see Bell's around here anymore. It could have been because a lot of people didn't like that strange offness. If I'm tasting it and you're tasting it, that would make me think everybody's tasting it.
I guess what'll determine the number I give this is how objectionable the off taste is. And it is mildly objectionable for sure. But also, they're saying it's robust, and I don't really find it to be robust. It's okay. It's, it's not I guess robust is in the eye of the beer.
Yeah, taste. I never thought it was robust myself. I thought it was kind of, sort of just.
It's a porter. It's a porter. It's it has the porter feel to it. It's not like I could tell you right away if I did this at a blind tasting that it's not a stout, because it's light bodied and it drinks like a porter. It's light and it drinks like a porter. And I'm not trying to say it's bad. It's just, I guess what I'm saying is the off taste makes me think that it's not as effective as a porter as it could be.
Right. And if I saw that 6-pack for $10.99 or whatever, I wouldn't buy it. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't buy it. I know I'd buy Guinness over that. I think Guinness is a much better product.
Yeah, no question about it. And again, this is a craft beer where Guinness is a mass market beer, but you know, it's a different style and whatever. Like I said, this came in one of these mystery packs, so it just became in my possession. I opened up the 12-pack and I pulled it up and I said, I'm familiar with that one. I can use it again for revisit on Stout Sunday, because I was traveling last week, so I wasn't on. I think Alex did something. I think.
No, well, he had some problems, so I had to host it.
Oh, so you ended up hosting it last week. Who was there?
Myself, Alex, and I think Jeremy.
I know Robert has been. Robert,
Whiskey Scout joined. Yeah.
Okay, so Robert was able to come. Okay, because I know he's been more busy with some of his stuff. You know, his geological stuff with his job.
Jeremy. It was a good hangout. But what Alex was saying, hey, I was going to host it. I said, yeah, but Alex, I waited and nothing happened. Like he said, okay, let me set it up. I said, okay. And then 15 minutes went by, nothing. I said, well, I'm not sitting around here all morning. So I started hosting it. And he said, I was going to host it, but what happened was he actually went into his fridge to get a glass, and he knocked the glass over, and it shattered. And he was disgusted because he had just gotten the glass as a gift. And I said, well, I mean, I didn't know that had happened, and I'm sorry it did, because I know the feeling. I've broken a lot of glasses, and usually it's the glasses that I like the most that I break. You know, it's like the ones I hate, they never break. So
I'm noticing, Jay, another comment down here from Mackerel Bates. Oh, I hate how Guinness cheats you out of the 0.8 ounces in the bottles, but that's a European thing.
Yeah,
they fill 11.2 ounce bottles and cans, whatever. And to me, it's kind of sad because you do lose that. But I guess they would say it's on their system that they fill it to that amount. You know, that's is that the liter system? What system is that?
It's a trade-off. Okay. So in the regular size bottles, we're getting cheated because they have 11.2 ounces. We have 12. In other words, 330 milliliters versus 355. Fine. On the tall cans or bottles, but you know, usually cans, on the tall cans or bottles, European is 16.9 ounces, whereas we get a 16.0. So they're getting 9 extra on the tall cans or bottles. And why is that? Because in milliliters, like Michael's talking about, it's 500 even. All right. So they go 330, 500, and then the super size is, well, the super size could be like 600. I've seen European brewing companies sell 600 milliliter and 750. Yeah. The big one is a 750, which is a wine bottle size, 750 wine and liquor bottle. So, I mean, if you're buying a 750 milliliter bottle, you're basically drinking 2 beers plus an ounce and a half extra.
Which is more like the 25.4 ounce, you know, the kinds with the champagne top bottles that you get from Amagong and some of the other companies.
Yeah, that's 750. That's 750.
Yeah. 750 milliliters. And we should also mention, Jay, the aberration beer like Dragon Stout, which has their own 9.6 ounce, which has to be their own deal because I don't think there's any.
Yeah,
what's that about?
Yeah, I don't care about metric system. In that case, you can't justify that.
No, they fooled me. I went there. I thought I was getting 11.2 till I came home, and I looked at the thing, and it's 9.6. I said I almost might not have bought it because it was just as expensive as the 11.2 ounce. But I guess they figure they can get away. It looks like an 11.2 ounce bottle. Maybe it's a little thinner at the top.
Now, I also noticed that John Courage Russian Imperial Stout from England is in that little mini 9.6 ounce bottle. I don't know if you watched my review of the Dragon Stout Fire, 10%, but I found the smallest beer glass I had. It was a cognac glass, like a 3-ounce glass, and I drank it out of that, and I was holding it close to the camera to make it look like it was a bigger glass. But I was like, I'm going to take 2 gulps, and the thing's going to be gone. You know, I got to nurse it just to do the video.
Right. Well, we also in the United States have what we call pony bottles. You saw when they did the
7 ounce.
Stromlings Little Kings. But again, those are intended as 7 ounce, like a little party bottle. It's
And then
that's the intention.
Yeah, and the price is about half.
Right. But that's not the case with the Dragon Stout. The Dragon Stout is the same price if it was 11.2 ounces. But again, you live and learn. I didn't get a chance to try the other Dragon Stout. I think you reviewed that, the up with
the fire. Dragon Stout Fire. The fire.
I have not seen that, but I probably would try that once.
Yeah, I reviewed it. I found it in a store about 37 miles northeast of here. And I was in that store looking around, and I said, "Oh, Dragon Stout Fire." Well, it was overpriced. I mean, there's no way that little 9.6 ounce bottle is worth $2.99. I mean, let's get real. But I said, well, I'll never see it again, so I better buy it. Now, I went back to that store 3 weeks later, all gone.
I think people buy that more for the novelty effect than anything else. They see it like you did. They don't expect to see it again. They overpay for it like you did, but they figure this way I can at least try it and add it to my beer list. And I think from your review, you liked it better than the Dragon Stout, but
that beer, it's richer cherry flavor and all. But I mean, think how much a 6-pack would be. Get real.
Yeah, it's outrageous, and they're not going to give you a discount on a 6-pack either, because they figure that people will pay, for the novelty, people will pay for it.
So I'll probably never see it again. So I'm glad I bought it, because I've gone through this too many times where I say I'm gonna check on it later. There is no later. Okay, one more thing, Michael. I was at Door Next yesterday, which is a kind of famous beer store in the New Orleans area, and you'd probably love it. But they had KBS 4-packs. They had so much KBS on the shelf they couldn't really almost fit it. It was like the last 4-pack was close to falling off the shelf, and then they had all these singles, KBS intermixed with the espresso stout. But you know what they wanted for that beer?
How much was it?
I don't remember the 4-pack price. I forgot to look. But the singles was $6.99 for the espresso. And I said, no. No. I'm not paying $6.99 for KBS espresso. 12-ounce bottle, $7 minus a penny. I know what a stout tastes like. I know what 12% stout tastes like. I know what bourbon barrel aging tastes like, and I know what espresso tastes like. So I don't need to pay $7 to taste what I already know what I'm going to taste. I just passed on it. Now, I might sound like a tightwad or a bad beer reviewer, but I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. And they had so much on the shelf. I guess a lot of other people got the same attitude. 10 years ago, that would have sold out. That would have sold out in 2 hours 10 years ago. Not now.
See, what's happening to the market now, Jay, is so many bourbon barrel-aged stouts are out there, and they have to compete with them. It's very hard to get the top price Founders always got. So a lot of it will sit on the shelf. They're going to have to cut the price. Otherwise, it's going to sit on the shelf. People are not willing to spend that. I would say that bottle should be sold for $4.99, and it would sell. But again, they want to try to hold out for a couple of bucks. It's not going to sell. And that's how I feel. You can get a comparable product for a little over $5, I'm sure. So
now, Johnny Tactical, I understand that. And if I really wanted it and I was mad about it, I'd buy it. But I got hosed just recently with a St. Arnold beer. It was extremely expensive, $6.99. I bought it, and after I drank it, I said, why did I buy this? Why did I pay for this? This is a joke. I paid exorbitant prices for a beer that you could argue is only a B, not an A. So, I mean, I was aggravated. But now we got a new viewer, Michael. I don't know his actual name. He might tell us. His name on this is called Stout Master, and he said he has a stout. So let's welcome Stout Master.
Hi, Stout Master.
Hello, my name is actually Jason.
Now, if you turn your phone sideways, you'll get a fuller screen. I'll just let you know that. Who the hell is calling me?
I got it. I got it set up on the wall.
Oh,
So welcome, Jason. How are you?
Pretty good. So I've got Stockyard Oatmeal Stout.
Well, no, I'm not going to that chaos, but
Okay, I'll write it in my thing. And if I remember right, that's 5.2.
Yeah.
I've had that before. That's a Trader Joe's brand.
for a parade, I think it's going to be much bigger than you think. All right,
So,
get back
so
to
Jason, are you into stouts as a regular type thing that you like to try different ones?
I drink this stout, and then I drink the Guinness Extra Stout.
Yeah, and what about the foreign extra stout?
Jason has.
I've never tried the Foreign Extra Stout.
Jason has the Stockyard from Trader Joe's.
Okay. Well, it looks like his video has gotten kind of screwed up. It's just
Well,
lines.
his face isn't there now. It's on the wall. Maybe he can set it up better so we can see him.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if this is better.
But one thing, Jay, it's nice to have different people coming on Stout Sunday. For sure.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Now, you know who that was calling me, David Garlapede.
Are we better?
It's, you might have to restart it because it's just lines. It's like a vertical.
We're not getting your face. We're getting
horizontal lines. Yeah.
horizontal lines.
Oh, really? Hold on.
We can hear you though. I'd have to come back.
You'll
Now,
have to-
why isn't David Garlapede not appearing on Stout Sunday? He just doesn't feel like it, or he doesn't have the appropriate.
Hold on. Yes, I have not seen bourbon blended beers. No, but I would try it.
He's trying to come back, but we're still getting the vertical
Yeah,
line.
I saw your face, but then it went wiggly. I mean, but you can still stay on here with audio. I mean, mostly people.
Jason, you can just talk, and we can hear you.
Yeah, because people drive around and listen to this like a radio show anyway.
Let me try one more time.
Okay, David Garlapede called me because he wanted me to go to this Mardi Gras parade that they're having in a town about 4 miles west of him. Obviously, it's not Mardi Gras season, but they couldn't do it during February and March because of this business going on. So now they're having it today at around 1 o'clock. I said, I'm not going to that chaos. He said, it's not going to be chaos. It's just going to be a little small town parade. I said, you think that? I said, there's going to be people coming from all over going to this thing. It's going to be crazy. And I don't know if the law enforcement in that town is going to be able to handle it. So I said, nah. I said, but have a good time. He said, okay. I told him I'd call him back, but he wanted me to go meet up. Beautiful weather today. It's very unusual for May. It's May 30th, and it's dry, low 70s, and breezy. You know, that's not normal. It's usually hot, humid, and miserable at this time. I got my windows open right now. All right, now we're going to let Stout Master describe his beer.
All right, Stout Master, you're back on. We see you now.
What's the
All right,
ABV?
how's it going?
I think it's 5.7,
I
something
think
like
it's 5.2.
Oh, okay.
How's it going, everybody?
Everything is good.
Great.
This is some good beer. Like I said, I've tried a couple other stouts. I've only tried one porter.
Yeah. Now, you've been watching my channel for a good number of months now, right?
Yeah, I've never told you my real name.
Jason.
Yeah.
That's okay. A lot of people use aliases. I don't care if people use aliases until they start catching a bad attitude. And then I'll say, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going to answer to somebody that hides behind a fake name. I don't know who you are, you know. But
I know what you mean. I get that. I understand.
So anyway, tell us about your Trader Joe's beer, because we've both had, Michael and I have both had it. We were very pleased with it. So we'll turn the floor over to you.
I've tried a peanut butter stout. I've tried a couple other chocolate stouts, but those are kind of dark. This oatmeal stout, this is the only oatmeal stout I've ever tried, and it's really sweet. It's really light tasting, and it tastes kind of like similar to like a dark soda feel.
Yeah.
The head tastes really good. Leaves nice bubbles. I usually pour it straight up. I usually don't pour it down the side of the glass.
Yeah, that's the way I am. How about the body? It's lighter bodied or not too heavy, huh?
It's lighter body than like a milk stout. Like I said, I've never tried any other oatmeal stouts. I've tried. Have you tried the marshmallow milk stout from Garage Brewing?
No, I've never seen
I
it.
haven't either. Where is Garage Brewing out of? Do you know where they located?
I think it's out of California.
I've never seen it.
Mackerel, Stout Master, Jason, tell us where you're located.
That's what I want to change my Xbox name to.
Stout Master.
Yeah, but currently it's Glue Gun, but I want to change it.
What state are you located in?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay. Big state.
More specifically, El Cajon.
That's by San Diego, east of San Diego, right?
Yeah, it's right outside of San Diego.
Yeah, the old U.S. Highway 80. Yeah, I've stayed there before. Huh?
I love El Cajon.
So, Jason, are you getting roasted malts out of the beer? You taste some roasted malts in it?
Not as much. It tastes really sweet. Like somebody added it doesn't taste like sugar. It tastes more like sweet and low, like that, like really fine powder sugar.
Ugh.
And I like the alcohol. I think it's just right. I think Guinness Extra Stout at 5.6. I think that's like, I wouldn't go above that if I was trying to drink stout, you know?
Yeah, well, don't drink KBS then.
So you have to stay away from all the bourbon barrel stuff, because that's all twice what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to come back around. We're going to give scores now. Got anything else to say about it?
No. I've got two more. I was gonna drink these.
Yeah, well, they're good. They're very easygoing beers. We had a guy that used to join us from Arizona named Gabriel, and Gabe he did pretty good reviews. Kind of an unusual location that he did it from, but he just inexplicably stopped doing it. But Michael and myself, we know he watches. He's constantly commenting on Beer Talk, so he's definitely involved. We just can't figure out why he doesn't want to do the hangouts anymore. He was never hostile about it. Maybe he was self-conscious or something. I don't know. Michael might have an explanation. I don't.
Let's go get another one.
Oh boy.
Go for it. I think maybe he might have been self-conscious at some point, because he goes to, buy beer a lot now, and he centers it on Beer Talk, but that's as involved as he seems to be now.
Yeah. Anyway,
Jean-Pierre, happy Memorial Day weekend. He's been saying hello to everybody.
Yes, I did post that comment. Now I'm going to give the score. So let me go back to my banners, and I'm going to plug in the scores here. Tomorrow night is I wasn't showing the banner. Sorry. Tomorrow night is American Golden Ale or Blonde Ale, and I have one I was able to find, and it said American Golden or Blonde Ales are allowed to have flavoring added. So I found one from Texas, which has Texas strawberry puree added. So that should be an interesting thing. All right, so I'm going to give my score. I think that's a fair score. And Michael, do you have a number?
So what's your score? I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I forgot I'm not showing it. I'm typing it in. I have a 94 out of 100.
Okay.
Yours is going to be low, a good deal lower.
Mine will be a little bit lower. Mine, I'm willing to admit, it's a low B plus. I'm giving it an 86 or a B. It's actually a B. It hasn't actually reached B plus. It's a B.
Yeah.
But I would not seek it out. And again, if it comes in another mystery 12 pack, as long as they just give me one, I'm okay with it. But I wouldn't, and I wouldn't pay $10.99 for a 6.
Oh no. Now, and Bell's can do great work. I bought their 35th anniversary expedition stout, 11.5 or whatever it was. And that thing was fabulous. It had no negative off flavors or anything. I mean, of course, it costs a fortune, but so they can do it. But there's some, like Michael's saying, there's some kind of brewing problem there, and you'd probably never figured out. Now, what's the name of yours again, Stout Master? It's called the what? Stockyard? No.
This is Stockyard
Yeah,
oatmeal stout.
right. Yeah, stout, and it's 5.2. We don't know the IBUs.
I don't. I tried looking up the IBUs and I couldn't find it.
They don't list it. What is your score on it out of 100?
Out of 100, I'd give it a range. I'd give it a range from 84 to 92. So
yeah, well, Michael's not
I'm not
going
going
to
to accept that, but we'll allow you to split the difference if you want. Do you want to average it and say 86?
I'll give it
You can do
88
anything you
then,
want.
right?
a B plus.
Yeah, I'd give it a solid B plus.
Okay.
That's fair. And then when you're paying, and you know what's good about that beer, you're not paying
$5.99. So what I can do is I can pick one up and I can think to myself, this is $1 I'm holding in my hand.
Yeah, the price point on all the Trader Joe stuff is so amazing that it's almost hard to believe that they have so much different beer at that wonderful price point on everything, and it's full all the way up to those unibrow big bottles they sell, which are amazing. You know, $6, $7 for a 25.4 ounce
yeah,
bottle.
Unibrew, yeah.
Unibrew, not Unibrew. Unibrew.
Unibrows when you got one eyebrow that goes across your head.
Right. Unibrew out of Quebec, Canada.
Now, what are you drinking again?
I have
He's
Bell's
got the
Porter from
Oh,
Constance.
that's right, the porter. Does that taste light?
It's fairly light. The problem that Jay and I both had with it is it has kind of like an off taste to it. And I had it probably, if it didn't have the off taste, would have gotten an A-, but I dropped it like 5 points because of this off taste. And some of the other Bell's beers have it also.
Yeah.
Is that chocolate peanut butter?
Burley Sullivan was asking what I had. There it is, Burley. It's supposedly a robust porter. I decide it's not so robust, but I'm not knocking on it. It's a B beer, and got to have some A's and B's. So that's just the way it is.
Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me all right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Now we're going to go to the show and tell part. I have a few things to show. Now Michael's going to be like, "Oh, I'm not interested in liquor." I know, I get it. But
look, I drink.
I have a question real quick.
No,
I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
No, I don't take exception to that because everybody does not like everything. I know people that love butter beans, but I just can't stand eating butter beans. Okay, but next time I go to Michael's house, I'm going to ask him to let me do a recorded video for Philadelphia blended whiskey because I know he's going to still have it.
I still have the bottle upstairs. There's not much left in it, but I still have a little bit left in it. It's a good rye whiskey for what it is.
Do you like Bailey's Irish Cream
I've never had it.
I've had that before.
or Kahlua?
I've never had it.
You've never had Kahlua?
No. There's a lot of things I've never had. No, it's not a rye whiskey. It's a blended whiskey.
Blended whiskey.
Yeah. Now, although it probably contains rye. Now, here's coming up probably tomorrow afternoon before we do Malty Monday. I got Cane Run Estate, and I got this huge bottle for $9.99, which is look, folks, you're not going to find that price. All right, so don't even think about it. You'll be lucky if you get it for $17.99. But I went to the crazy discount depot, and Michael knows I have these crazy discount stores around here. So I got it for $9.99 for this huge handle. It's not a normal price. But anyway, it's going to go up against this product, which also got for extraordinarily low. This liter bottle was $5.99. Clubhouse. They're both bottled in Kentucky, and I have a suspicion that Clubhouse is actually made in Kentucky. Most rum comes from the Caribbean islands, but nowhere on this bottle do they indicate that. So I think it's actually Kentucky rum, which Kentucky, when you think of Kentucky, rum is usually not the first thing that comes in your head. But anyway, these are both, well, Clubhouse is like super cheap from Heaven Hill. It's like their most basic cut rate brand. Well, I can get this in right outside of New Orleans, about 4 miles west of New Orleans. I can get this for $5.99 a liter, which is outrageously low. All right, so that's going to probably be a tie, though. It's going to probably be a tie. It'll be that close where I won't be able to tell them apart. Now, to show and tell a few stouts and porters, let me show y'all something real fast. I got some interesting things to show you guys. Hold on.
Michael Kasparov.
That's right. And you notice that my Stout King. I'm also the Beer Baron, if you're looking for another of my monikers.
Michael Kasparov sounds like Gary Kasparov. that's what I think whenever I read it.
The chess player.
Oh, right.
Yeah, who played Deep Blue.
He died, didn't he?
Oh, probably. They're old people. Old, that was a long time ago.
I don't think Gary Kasparov was really too old. He was ill and he didn't tell anyone about it, and he died kind of mysteriously. But I mean, it was no foul play or anything. Just he was a strange person anyway. All right. Yeah. And well, Guinness is pretty mild though.
I love Guinness Extra.
The camera's not off. What are you talking about?
According to Wikipedia, right. Gary Kasparov is still alive. So you're thinking of somebody else. Oh
yeah, I'm thinking of Eddie. I'm thinking of that guy Fisher.
You're thinking of the American chess player. Kasparov is 58 years old and still alive.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of that.
Okay. No sense killing him off if he's not dead.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of that guy.
What's the other piece of show and tell that you have?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of that guy named Fisher, who was the most brilliant chess player, but he was, in my opinion, mentally ill. All right. Anyway, I was at Dorgnac's yesterday, and I found this for $11.99 a 6-pack. I know that's expensive, but these are 12.7 ounce bottles, so they're actually bigger bottles than normal, which is strange. This is bottle conditioned from Australia, so it has live yeast in the bottle. It's from a family-owned company, been around since the 1800s. And the funny thing about this beer, it doesn't give you a best buy date, it gives you a best after date. It says best after, best after November 10th, 2020. So they're saying rest on it a little bit. So we did a duo review of it, and I'll do a solo. And I'll bring one for Stout Sunday. So I don't know if Michael's ever had Cooper's.
I have not had it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, old brand. All right,
I love Stout. I'm so into Stout.
Y'all were talking at the same time. Y'all were talking at the same time.
I would buy I would buy the Coopers if I saw it. I've heard of it, and it's supposed to be good. So I would buy that.
We liked it. Now here's something from Pontoon Brewing. This is in Sandy Springs, Georgia, John and Ille's territory. It's a milk stout with hazelnut, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and lactose. It is called, and it's 9.5% alcohol. Ooh, it better be good for the extraordinary $4.99 price I paid. It's called Down with the Thickness.
Wow.
Time to get down with the thickness.
Maybe John and Illy's had that one. I've had some Pontoon beers. I've never had that one.
9.5. Now, I was excited. Now, this one was only $4.99, and I get a 16.9 ounce, 500 milliliter bottle. It's an intense roasted flavor, lagered for 6 months. It's from a company founded in 1889. It's a product of Poland. It's 12% alcohol, peoples. And Michael, you know about this one. It's called Coma.
Ooh, that looks good.
See, I've seen you do other ones of that company, Jay, on Stout Sunday, and I've never seen that here. We get the Zwick, and we get a couple of other ones from Poland, Baltic porters. But that Russian Imperial Stout we do not get. I'll look.
When I saw this yesterday, I picked it up, and then they didn't have a price tag, so I went to the checkout, and I told the store manager who was checking people out because they were very busy. I said, can I get a price check? He said, okay. He scanned it and said $4.99. I said, I'll take it.
That's a good price. That's a good price for that.
12%. Yeah. So that's $4.99 for a 500 milliliter bottle. And you're telling me I got to pay $6.99 for a 12-ounce bottle of KBS? No, I don't think so. Now, Michael, you got any show and tell?
I'm going to be right back. I'm getting it to show you.
Okay. Stout Master, you got any show and tell?
No.
Show and tell. What do you mean, like bottles that I keep?
No, just things you got upcoming. You don't have a video channel, so.
Oh no, I want to get more of the Natty Daddy lemonade. Those I've been drinking. Those are the only. Those are probably the only like flavored kind of malt beverage that seems beer based. You know, that I drink. It's the only one that I have drank that I like.
Did you
Or I've
see
tried the
the
Smirnoff. The Smirnoff screwdriver. The Smirnoff, like the ones in the can.
Ice Smashed? Yeah.
Yeah, those. I got one of those and it was terrible.
Yeah. Did you? I'm gonna go back to Michael in a moment. Did you happen to see the Natty Daddy watermelon lemonade? Because I was looking for that. I never found it. No.
No, I have not. I have really not seen that. I've only probably drinking like 7 of the. I've probably drinking over 300 Hurricane, but I've probably only drinking 7 of those Natty Daddy ones.
Okay. Now here's Michael to.
Okay, Jay, you did a video review of this. This is the All-Tech Kentucky Coffee Barrel Stout at 8%. And this also came in my mystery pack with the other ones. I got a couple of them.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I don't want to influence your thinking of it.
No, it's going to be done at my regular gathering is this Thursday in my house, and there's going to be a bunch of people, and I have 2 of them, so everybody will be able to get enough that they can taste it. It's 8%. I've had their regular one, not the coffee one, which I thought was above average, but we get, sometimes with All-Tech, it seems like it must be in the barrel a really short time because the barrel is light. I mean, you can't compare this with a Bourbon County or a Founders or some of the other, what's it called, heavy hitters in the barrel-aged stout thing. This is more of what I would call a soft effect bourbon barrel stout. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's different, and people have to realize that it's different. And one of the reasons I've decided to do it in the group setting, when you have 9 or 10 people tasting it, we'll find out what they think in comparison. Because most of the people in my group like heavy, high alcohol bourbon barrel aged stouts, and it'll be interesting to see with a milder one what they'll think. It is only 8% though. It's not like it's 12. So the intensity is probably not going to be there. I think I've had their pumpkin one, which I really liked also. So they have like 5 or 6 of this style, and I've had maybe 3. I haven't had this one before. I don't really want it to be that. Coffee's in the name. I really don't want it to be coffee forward, but we'll see how I get my own, opinion of it, and we'll decide.
Strange thing about that company is they have 2 main parts of their business. They make beer and pet food.
Wow.
And they said that a lot of the products used to make pet food are the same commodities used to make beer.
Amazing. Well, one thing I did notice too, they've changed their labeling. It doesn't say All-Tech anymore, even though it's still made by the same company. The original one of this company used to have All-Tech on it. It used to be All-Tech Kentucky, whatever it is. Now they took the All-Tech off, but it's still the company name if you read on the side of the label. So
yeah, it says Lexington now.
Lexington, Kentucky, I believe, if I read it correctly.
Yeah.
Which is in horse country where the Kentucky.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
Okay.
Okay, we're not going to be on much longer, Stout Master.
I have one more beer.
Yeah, apparently.
What I was going to say, I was not able to find a blonde, so I will not be on tomorrow. I'm going to either make an appearance on cheese with cheese and beer on Tuesday, or maybe I'll also go. What's your theme this week on Wednesday?
Yeah, I forgot to mention it. Wednesday night, I know you're not going to be interested in that. Wednesday night is Examine Miller High Life. Okay,
well, it's not my favorite beer, but I can get one.
Yeah, I bought a pint can. It was so inexpensive. I said,
I can certainly get one. I sometimes go on Eric's, wild card. I don't know if he's doing it this week or not. I sometimes go on that. The last couple of weeks between my trip and the fact that we were making preparations for the trip, I've been off for, almost 2 weeks. There was no Stout Sunday. You had a Stout Sunday last week, but I was traveling, and I haven't been on that much. So I probably will choose one between Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's it. We're doing Miller High Life, and I figured I'd do something everybody can get, and probably be a lot of people joining. For good or ill, I know some people don't like macros. I get that. June 9th is the United States produced Newcastle Brown Ale, which I'm probably going to have to buy a 6-pack. But you know what? I could have bought a single. I think I could have bought a single last week, and I forgot to do it. You know that? I possibly could get that. I'll have to start looking to see if I could find that. June 16th is Budweiser Nitro Reserve. You know that all malt, no adjuncts, all malt Budweiser. It's kind of an odd product. June 23rd is any cream sherry wine. Any cream sherry wine. From the cheapest to the most expensive, whatever you want to bring. And then June 30th is any ready-to-drink product. Any ready-to-drink canned or bottled cocktail, which they make 1,000,001 of them. Some are vodka-based. Some are tequila-based, but most of them are beer-based. So those are easy to find. You may not like them. I like them. They're, I don't drink them regularly. I would never drink that regularly, but they're kind of interesting to review. Now, here's
I have a question. For next stream, is this a really bad camera angle?
Well, I can't see it because it's just
Jason, it shifts to horizontal lines. We had you before, and now it shifted to like straight horizontal lines, black and gray.
Oh, right now it's bad again?
Yeah, it went back to that.
That's awful.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. You just have to work on your system. We had other people that try to join with smartphones. We have people that try to join with smartphones, and it really is disruptive. Michael knows about that, where they're just like, it's
Jay, it's funny, between the StreamYard and what we used to have, what was it called? Google. What was the thing we had before?
Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts had their own problems too. It wasn't like it was, freewheeling. So here it seems like it's more in the, we lose a little bit in the translation sometimes, and it's very slow. So I don't know. Jason's problem could be his own system too, the way it's set up. And that's why he's coming in kind of strange. But it's nice to have new people come on, who you haven't seen before.
Yeah, right.
He's back. Okay, Jason, you're fine.
All right, but we're about to get off the air here. But let me show you one more thing. He's drinking the same thing. That's Stockyard, right?
You're drinking more Stockyard. Okay.
Let me show y'all one more thing. I bought this. This is a pretty expensive IPA from Louisiana. I don't know if Michael's heard. I think Michael's heard of this company.
Yes, I have, but I've never had anything from Parish. I've heard of them.
This is a famous IPA from them.
Have you had other Parish products, Jay?
Many of them. Many. They're not all expensive. Some are decently priced. It's produced in the Acadiana area of Louisiana, the French area. And I think it's a really strong New England style. You can see just on this video how hazy it is through the bottle. So this is going to be a hazy thing. I don't know if it's any good, but I've seen some like really big time craft beer reviewers who only review craft beer only, and they loved it.
Hello.
So I'm thinking good thoughts. Michael's getting a call. We always get calls.
I'll mute myself.
That's all right. Well, folks, thanks for joining this Stout Sunday. It went really well. We had Stout Master Jason joining us from San Diego.
That's right.
Mike. Anytime.
Jason, thanks for joining.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it. I drank all 3 of my beers. That's what I was planning to do. So I did what I accomplished.
Hopefully, we'll see you again on another Stout Sunday or some of the other events we do.
There's something tomorrow.
Yeah,
No.
it's called Malty Monday.
That's on Bumpy Road Brewing's channel.
Oh, I thought. Oh.
They're reviewing. They're examining golden / blonde ales, American golden / blonde ales, and I have one. All right. So thanks for Michael in New York joining us, Stout Master in California, and thanks to myself for joining. Now, next week I may not be on Stout Sunday because with the summer there's all kind of things going on. But John and Ilya will probably host it again next week. I would assume. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a good hour.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Y'all take care now.
Cheers to all the people in the private chat. Bye.
Cheers to the chat.